I'm Bevan Varland. I'm a chef, artist, and food for me represents laughter, enjoyment, and family. Food should be creative, it should be full of heart, it should be punchy with flavour. I want to be able to link people back with their own food connection and help them become better cooks, better growers, and enjoy their own food stories. I'm on a mission to show people how local, homegrown, and sustainable food can be awesome. Well guys, something really exciting is happening in my garden right now. Just over there, I've got my compost bin, and what's really exciting is that about 3 days ago, a big swarm of bees flew in, have gone into the compost bin, and are busy making their honey. This is exciting time. Now, I've chatted to a good friend of mine who's a beekeeper, and she suggested I keep the lid off just so they move on. But at the end of that process, once they've moved on, we should have some beautiful wax, and if we're lucky, we could even have a little bit of honey. Rock on. Well guys, it's been a couple of weeks since my bees have moved in. You can see I'm gloved up. I've got this amazing little bit of smoke here that I've been using to get them a little bit docile, just so I can grab a little bit of honeycomb for you guys to see. Now, I've pulled a bigger piece out just over there, and I've set it next to my compost bin. That's where they've been living. They've been really happy. All my flowers in this garden are all flowering. There's nectar all around at the moment, being spring. It is absolutely wonderful. I have some amazing honeycomb. And you can see it's just turning yellow. And in there is the most beautiful honey. Look at this here. And you can see that wax that's on the outside of those little units there. It's beautiful. Now just in here, you'll be able to see a soft little bit of honey. I'm going to suck some now and see what it's like. Here we go. Look at this in here. The most beautiful honey. Oh, look at that. Can you see that? Oh, wow. That's honey from my bees in my backyard. That's amazing. Ready? Gorgeous honey. Oh my God. That is literally here. This is my honey from my garden. An amazing thing. It's actually one of the best bits of nature you could imagine. This is great. I'm bloody excited. You can see here, guys, I removed that piece of old cone. Now, what had actually happened was, it was actually up on the side here, on that bit. Because there's so much honey in it, what had actually happened was, it had gotten so heavy that it fell apart. I'm just going to step away. They're a little bit grumpy at me, but that's all right. And you can see in there, look at that honey there. Look. Well, getting grumpy. I don't want to make them too angry. I think what they'll actually do is, a lot of these guys are drones and workers. So what they'll do is, they'll eventually move back into their main hive, just over in there. They'll move back into the main hive, and they'll leave that bit of honey for me, I'm assuming. So later on I'll be able to squeeze it all out, and I'll be able to make an amazing dish using my honey from my veggie garden. I'm going to cook in my veggie garden. I don't think this could get any better. So I've been pressing my honey overnight. That amazing, beautiful, flavoursome honeycomb straight from my bees just over there. So I'm thinking, 9 weeks ago we started this series. I started in this very garden bed planting seeds. 9 weeks on, I've got this amazing garden that's flourishing all around me. So let's use this fantastic honey that has appeared miraculously in my garden, and let's create that into a dressing, and let's create the most amazing salad grown for us, by nature in this amazing place. Let's get cracking and doing some harvesting. All right, let's start at this little garden bed here. I've got these amazing Choggio beetroots. My family has been eating these for the past 4 weeks. They're absolutely stunning. The most easiest thing to grow. It was probably the first thing that we actually planted back in episode 1. So as we look through here, we'll find one that is absolutely stunning, and this one right down here is the bee's knees, the hot pajamas. This is the one here. Where is it? Ah, there we go. All right. Grab it. Oh, that there is an amazing Choggio beetroot. That there, beautiful. That's going straight into our basket. Now these little babies here, that's leek. Let's grab a couple leek and look at that. Beautiful leek. I reckon if we grab 2 or 3, that'll go great in the salad. It's going to give a bit of sort of zing to it. And the fresh leek, because they're so young, I'm going to pull one out and try one. That one, get the dirt off her. Oh, it's incredibly sweet. And the beautiful thing about this wonderful garden as we're going, things that we don't end up using, offcuts, anything like that, we can put back in the dirt, and that's going to actually break down. And it's going to improve next year's season. The one I've bitten, I'm going to put him over there, put him into my compost heap. These are interesting. This was an interesting radish that I'd never grown before, but these flowers here are fascinating me. I think these are going to make an amazing decoration for the top of my salad. If we pull one of these up, so they've actually gone to flower, we'll pull one up. You can see here what's really interesting is those radishes haven't really grown up. That's cool if we break him in the middle. Look at that beautiful red beetroot sort of colour in the middle. Hey, cool flowers. Wonder what they taste like. Yeah, really soft little radish flavour. They're pretty too, they got little pink bits in them. And also what's pretty cool over here is these spring onions. I reckon they're going to go really well with our leek as well. So let's just get some of these lovely spring onions. Let's pull him out from the base. Cut him off, cut him off. That's a beautiful, really strong smelling spring onion. Look, we can clean the tops up a little bit like that. That's going to go, girl. That's going to go fantastically chiffonaded through our salad. That's beautiful. Oh, the smell is killer. Ah, look at that. A stunning little purple kohlrabi. He's going to look great in my salad. Oh. Aha. Some silver beet, rainbow shard. I've got some wonderful colours in here. Let me cut that off. Look at that. A beautiful red stem. What else we got? Oh, yellow. We got orange. Oh, brilliant. Oh, and we're going to go right down in the middle. Well, look at these in here. Aren't they beautiful? That's where the sweet ones are going to be. Over this side I've got some beautiful, really yellow ones. Oh, look at that. Look at any real bright. Oh, look at that here, yeah. Over this side. Oh, some stunning red ones. So this is fascinating. This was actually a purple broccoli. Now she didn't flower for long, but these amazing seed pods, I reckon. Oh, look at that. All those amazing seeds in there. Oh, they taste fantastic. You know what? Let's grab a couple. There you go. Purple broccoli seeds to put in our amazing food to eat salad. Alright, it is spring, and I do kind of like letting my garden grow a little bit wild. It's all grass seed in here, but this plant here, that's my wild arugula or rocket. Now it's a little bit different than what you'll get in the supermarket, but that arugula, all those flowers, are really peppery and stunning. And you'll remember from episode 1, they were all those tiny little shoots that we used, and all up here, look at that, seed pods again. Oh, that's intense. Fantastic wild arugula. These arugula leaves. So let's go right to the stem, pull out the plant. Oh, there we go. Some of these fresh. Oh yeah. That's the business. That's the business right there. Put that into my little container. Oh, here is another awesome little flower. This is, of course, is my nasturtium, which again was this big when you last guys saw it. All these little flowers. It's a fascinating colour. It looks wonderful on the plate. Now, you can use those little petals, which are awesome, but this is the bit I want to show you in here. That little bulb in there. Oh, it's kind of zingy. It's got a pepperiness to it, but it's also really sweet. So let's get some little flowers that have some nice variation on the petal. Look at that yellow and orange. That's awesome. Let's get the yellow one here. Oh yeah, that's nice too. That's a nice one. And now we can also use some leaves as well to bulk it up with our green, get some real nice pepperiness into that salad. It's going to go well with the arugula. It's going to be stunning. You know what? And all the honey is going to set it off, and it's going to be sweet. So it's going to be peppery, sweet, it's going to be flowery, it's going to be jumpy. All these flowers are going to be jumping around. The flavours are going to be jumping around. It's just going to be stunning. Pansies. Oh, this is cool. That's a variegated apple mint. Look at the texture and the flavour in that. That's wonderful. Up here, I've got some Italian parsley flowers. Oh, we'll take that with us, that'll be awesome. Beautiful, big, fragrant calendula flower. That is going to look beautiful with some colour and flavour on our salad. It's great. And in amongst her in here, I've got my borage. Oh, I do like a little bit of borage. Really great looking flowers. You can see in there how good they are. Blue. You've got shades of purple on them. So, we've just finished picking. We've got this stunning honey straight from our garden right behind me. I've got all these amazing these vegetables, these herbs, haven't we, Nick? Yep, well, it's all sitting here ready to go. I've got my little old girl sitting here, aren't you? Say g'day.
G'day, how you going?
Mwah, good girl. Okay, you stay there and help me. Right, we want to create a beautiful salad on this amazing plate. Firstly, I've got some mayonnaise with some sweet chili in it. That's going to be a little garnish just to get underneath. Let's smear it right across the plate like that. Done. Cool. Now let's get going. I want to grab a couple of these leaves, a rainbow chard, some of that pink one. I don't want the green. We've got so much other green in our other veggies. I just want to use these awesome bits here. Oh yeah, that's great. And the beautiful thing is, all these leaves that we're not going to use, I'm either going to feed to my rabbit or I'm going to put it back into my dirt and recycle it, so next year my garden's even stronger and better. Okay, let's put it to the side. Now, let's get a nice dressing across there. A lovely rainbow chard, the yellow, the pinks, the oranges. It's fantastic. So it is in the silverbet family. It's just really, really cool colours. Now we want to start layering with all those greens and the purples and all the layers of textures and colours. A bit of nasturtium. Let's layer it over here. 2 little nasturtiums, that's great. See our kohlrabi, the little purple leaves. So let's grab a couple of the leaves off, like that. And I think we can layer them just across here. There we go. You know what? Let's just cut it down the centre like that. Into 3. And have, oh, the smell of the onion. And let's cross it across here. A little bit of onion. It's going to give a little bit of bite on it, which is really cool. Okay, here's our spring onions that we got. And if you recall, I was going to do some nice chiffonade. Now, chiffonade is just a really, really fine slice, similar to what we did with the rainbow chard. Let's take it off to the same end. Oh, the smell of that is jumping around already. That is amazing. Beautiful. I think that's cool. Just a little sprinkle here, a little sprinkle there, and a little bit on top. Well, that's great. So now we've got to really build all those lovely flowers, the colours, the herbs, the apple mint, all those really, really fantastic textures and flavours and colours that we found out there, just to lift it out. Okay, some golden marjoram. It's just now a matter of building up with our colours. Here's some nasturtium flowers. Let's put him under there. Gorgeous. A little pig face. A couple little pig face. Look at that. Lovely. A variegated apple mint. Again, it really is this amazing texture and colour. Let's just put her in there. Arugula. A couple nice arugula leaves. Lovely, the little one, which is all the flavour. Here's our radish flowers. Radish flowers. Bit here, bit there, and there's our mustard flowers, and there's our arugula flowers. all that nice awesomeness to go on. Let's hit it up with some of these lovely pansies. Now again, we want to look at the purples and the yellows. Let's look at complementary colours whenever we're doing a dish, and that's what makes the dish go pop. A little white one to the side. There's a purple near the yellow, which is going to pop out. Got my big calendula. Couple little petals. Here. Here. And we want to put it near the blue of this amazing clay, because that is going to make that blue leap out of the page. And here's our amazing salvia, or Mexican sage. It's sort of sweet. It's really subtle. Let's strip him off. Let's take all those lovely flowers off, and let's put him across here like that. And it's going to pop. See, all the oranges and the yellows are now popping out with that purple, which is really cool. I'm going to break that little piece off there, and I want to put him just to the side. So he's coming out of our bouquet. All right, our big boy, the Choggio beetroot. Choggio beetroot, it's here. Now, this is an amazing beetroot. You may also know this, a lot of chefs call this a target beetroot as well, and that's primarily because, let me cut it for you. It's pretty stunning. Visually, it's amazing. You can actually eat these babies raw, and they are the best way to eat them. Now, these will come in candy beets, which are yellows, pinks, oranges, whites, your normal purple, but this Choggio is stunning. South America. Okay. Let's just do a couple slices, quite thin. Okay. One. Two. And let's lift up that fractionally and put him underneath so he's just popping out. There's our nice bouquet. Okay, now we've got our base here. Now we want to dress it. Let's get a little bit of olive oil onto it. Just give it a little glisten. Gorgeous. And then here is our bee honey. Oh, behave. Look at this. Beautiful. You can tell it's young honey. And when you taste this honey, let me taste it. It's incredibly floral. Incredibly floral. Here we go. Look at that. That there is the epiphany of everything that is coming out of my garden right now. Fantastic. I'll tell you what, I'm going to get into this. Then let's hit the road. I want to show you something else that is pretty fantastic. So guys, you've seen my garden, you see where I like to hang out, where I like to grow things, where my food philosophy comes from. I thought I'd take you down to where I actually work. Great little place down in Lara, Victoria called Miller's. It's really awesome. He does a lot of local produce, a lot of locally sourced stuff, which is really great. And it proves really good food miles. Now, I'm going to take you in, I'm going to give you a little sneak. It's really early in the morning, no one's in there at the moment, so I'm going to take you a little sneak, show you some of the awesome produce they do, show you around, I'm going to make you a coffee. I'm going to introduce you to Scotty, the owner. He's really interesting. He has got a really interesting food philosophy, and it's great for this local area, which supports local farmers, what they do, right from the source, right to his little restaurant behind. Also, then I'm going to pop in, and I'm going to make you a treat. I'm going to get Shane, our amazing pizza chef, to whip you up the most amazing wood-fired pizza straight from the oven. It's stunning. All right, guys, let's go meet Scotty. So here you go, just off Melbourne Highway, between Melbourne and Geelong, lies Miller's. A gorgeous little modern cafe, doing some amazing food. Now, I promise you a coffee. Here's a dude, but here's the coffee. Now, this coffee is actually roasted locally as well. He's one of our awesome baristas, Nicky, making a stunning coffee. Check it out. This stuff blows my mind every single morning. Absolutely fantastic. Double strength latte coming at you. Here comes a beautiful 63-degree milk. Brilliant. Now, check out this for skill. All you baristas out there, this, my friends, is how you pour a coffee. Yep, 1, 2, 3. Do you think? Fantastic. Coffee. Boom time. Guys, I told you I'd bring you Scotty. Here he is. Tell us about Miller's Lara, man.
Mate, Miller's has been an idea of mine ever since I started my apprenticeship. I have a love for food and a love for cooking, and I always wanted to open a place of my own, and the opportunity presented itself here 18 months ago, and we jumped at it. And so within our business, we utilise as many local producers as we possibly can. We bake our own fresh cakes, fresh scones. You know, our cabinet is fresh every day, and it's all produce that we make here. And that's something I really pride myself on, because a lot of cafes that you go to these days, it's all manufactured, bought in rubbish that it just tastes like packet mix. And I want to really make sure that the customers here know that what they're getting is made on site, and it's made by quality ingredients. So
Tell us about your connection with local farmers. I think that's really something that really highlights to me.
Yeah.
Your tomatoes, your eggs, all those sort of things.
I really made a conscious effort before we opened up to look into as many local producers as we possibly could. And so we've got peanut butter that's coming from Geelong. We've got honey that's coming from Geelong. Our honey, actually, one of the secondary brand that we have is coming from the Ugangs, which is just over behind us over here. Our eggs come from Freshwater Creek, so just down near Torquay there. Our bacon comes from a small producer just up near Castlemaine. Our tomatoes are in hydroponic sheds, not even 500 metres away. So I've just recently found a guy that's growing broad beans, and he's a little farm just over there as well. So, like I said, we're trying to get as many of these local people on board as possibly can, so then people can know what is being produced in their own backyard.
Yep.
Last summer we found a guy that's just over the road here in Lara that's producing not only fresh tomatoes, but he's got strawberries, so pop strawberries, and we did our hot cakes with macerated strawberries over summer, and it was a massive winner.
Do you find that customers these days are being more savvy with where their food's coming from?
Yeah.
Do you think that's starting to play into the
Definitely.
the trend?
It definitely comes at a cost. Like people don't want to pay overs, but if they know that they're supporting a local producer, then they're all for it.
Woodfire Pizza, I hear you say. Here he is, the man himself, Shane. Now, this beautiful little woodfire pizza oven sits at the back of Miller's. They do 3 nights a week. Check out the wood. Red gum, so it's going to get really, really hot. Now, here's Mr. Shane, because it's ready to show you what to do.
Alright, our dough today, we got a really simple dough. It's got double O flour, fresh yeast, salt, and just water. Really, really simple to put together. The reason why we have the double O flour is because it's got a lower protein and gluten content compared to other flours, and I guess in comparison to your regular doughs, it's going to come up much lighter, much airier. So what I do is I push out and forward, and I create a nice little rim, nice lip on the pizza, and as I push away, I give it a little bit of a pull. So a bit of a yin and yang sort of action here. And I just spin and turn, spin and turn, spin and turn until you get your desired shape. Well, you want it round really, you don't want a square pizza. But I pop on our Napoli sauce, very simple, just tomato sauce. And this is why we have the lip on the edge. The lamb. Everyone loves a bit of slow roasted lamb shoulder. And what we've done is we cooked it the day before, left it to cool, and we just tear it apart.
What do you cook it in, man?
We cook it in a loving mix of rosemary, thyme, red wine, and water really, and a little bit of salt and pepper, bit of S&P. This is our red onion, and I just keep it in the rings because it's simple. You don't butcher the ingredients all that too much. Just spread around, doesn't have to look too special. And the next part is our peas. Now these are just been cooked off in a bit of butter. As we can see, we've got whole peas and mush peas. Very, very simple. To finish off, guys, is what we do is pop the cheese just over the top again. Now what that's going to do is it's going to hold everything in place as we cook it.
So here's the art of cooking in a wood fire pizza. Now, you got to keep rotating the little baby. You can see there she's starting to rise, and that's fantastic. You don't want it too hot. You don't want it to burn. So what Shane does is he brings it out, he flips it around, he brings it out, he flips it around, gives it 4 times. So every part of that pizza is beautiful and cooked. It's absolutely stunning. I tell you what, if you want great pizza, check this out. I've got to get myself a wood fire pizza oven. That's it, made up my mind. All right, a very simple presentation. Off she goes. Look at that. Let's finish it, man.
And to finish this bad boy off, just some very nicely chiffonaded or thinly sliced mint. Spread that all nice around. And a nice, what you want is a nice creamy Greek yogurt. And you just slide that over the top. I mean, if you really want, just smack it around, go hard. It doesn't have to look pretty. At the end of the day, you're gonna eat it, no one else. Enjoy.
You're the roast of my beef, the mash to my potato, the extra cheese on my burrito. You're the cream of the cream on my sweet little thing. You're the dish of the day, now where do I begin? You're the butter on my muffin, I'm the chicken, you're the stuffing. If you scramble all my eggs, then I'll end up with nothing. You're the burger.
So there you go, guys. The end of an amazing Food to Eat Stews. We've explored some amazing things. We've explored growing, establishing food from the very source to right through the finished product at an awesome restaurant. We've had beautiful desserts. We've seen amazing salads. We've seen stunning meat. We've done barbecue. You name it, we've done it at Food to Eat. Who knows where Food to Eat's going next? I don't know about you, but I'm getting in the Food to Eat mobile, and I'm going to see you real soon. Catch you soon.